Greetings to SAMS. A very good evening to present here. I am Karishma, your host, on behalf of SAMS Welfare Foundation and the entire team. Welcome you all for today's knowledge session, Mastering the Art of Work-Life Balance at 6 p.m. Mastering work-life balance is about identifying what aligns with your goals and effectively prioritizing for impacts. Establish clear work and personal life boundaries. Communicate these to reduce stress and honor your need for a well-rounded life. Making use of do not disturb features and teach free zones help maintain focus. Don't forget to power of delegating task seeking supports and taking care of your well-being through self-care activities. It's a continuous journey of planning, reflection and adjustment. Let me introduce about our organization. SAMS Welfare Foundation, a registered non-profit organization, is dedicated to social impact across various sectors. We focus on education, particularly skill development and entrepreneurship. Through our initiative DG Saksham, we have created training programs in IT, finance, retail, and entrepreneurship. Impacting over 6,000 individuals, we are currently upscaling inmates in Haryana jails and collaborating with universities and colleges. We have also partnered with banks to place over 1,500 candidates in jobs. In just a short time, SAMS has established itself as a force of positive change, equipping individuals with skills for employment and promoting women's leadership in various industries. This session is collaboratively organized by SAMS Web Solutions. SAMS Web Solution is a dynamic and innovative enterprise dedicated to transforming the way businesses and individuals achieve their goals across staffing, scaling, advisory services and admission services. Founded with a vision to gap between a talent, technology and education, SAM's Web solution is committed to delivering expectational value to our clients through integrated, customized, and forward thinking solutions. At SAM's Web Solution, we don't just deliver services, we create pathways to success. Join us in our journey to transform challenges into opportunities and vision into reality. Now, let me introduce about the speaker. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Monika Yadav. Monika is a certified ICF PCC life coach, NLP practitioner, and emotional intelligence coach with over 2 decades of experience spanning corporate, education, and wellness sectors. As the founder of Monica Life Zen, she is dedicated to empowering individuals to lead balanced, meaningful, and self aware lives. Her expertise lies in emotional wellness, personal growth, and habit transformation. Monica's gentle yet effective approach combined with her deep understanding of inner work makes her a powerful catalyst for positive change. Please welcome Ms. Monika Yadav. Ma'am.
Thank you so much for the introduction.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, good evening to all of you. How are you all doing? Okay. So, I am asked to talk about the work life balance. You may hear a background noise. I can't avoid it because I was traveling, but I don't want to shift this session. So, my dear friends, we are in this group in different age groups and the profile we are doing. Work life balance is a very most talked about term where every person is seeking help or they are themselves investigating how we can balance our life. There is no set formula. I must say, no one can give the equation that if you follow these steps, you can acquire the work-life balance. It's a exploration journey wherein you need to try different options and you may up ending the one which suits you best, right? This is about me. You can quickly have a look. I work in the capacity of holistic coach. If you ask me what is holistic coach, that is the wholesome life when you live in all aspect of life's area. For example, if you are a student, you are son to your parents, you are a friend, you are a seeker who is gathering knowledge in different areas. Also, you are a future person who will be working independently or for someone else. Along with that, you are a spiritual being who is interested in different, I call it a like spiritual being. Reason being, if we say religious, that restrict yourself to certain limits, So spirituality is like connecting with the higher power and connecting with yourself, understanding yourself better, right? I only talk about the things which I have gathered during my journey, and I live by my words and I try to give practical examples. I'm a founder of Monika Zen. That's a holistic wellness company where we do the coaching, where we go for a overall wellness for the body, mind, and soul. Then also I have few other ventures as clean tech solutions. I'm a trainer. I'm a motivational speaker. And by education, if I say I have masters in computer applications, business management, and law. And also for life coaching, I have done ICF, PCC certification, NLP, and EI certification. EI is the emotional intelligence. That is about me. So, my dear friends, first of all, let's clarify the ground rule for this session. It's not a training session. So, don't expect I only talk about that since it's a virtual one. Otherwise, my personal preference is to have face to face meetings. Reason being, we can see each other, we can exchange energy, and we have that idea that what we are talking about, how the other person is understanding. But again, due to the demand of time, we are balancing out the things. And this is the perfect example how we include various situations and practical scenarios in our life. Am I going too fast? You can let me know. Is it okay or I should go slow? Anyone?
It's okay, ma'am.
Okay. So after this workshop, the takeaway, at least you can unlock your potential and you can probably plan for your best life. That what I can commit. You will surely take away one or two things which can help you as a person to grow. Today we'll discuss about wheel of life, body, mind, consciousness, distractions and fear. These are the general scenarios where all of us can relate and we can understand why it is happening, how to deal with this, and what result we can expect. The mindset and how it works, because mindset is the processor for our overall decision making and how we perceive the things, what is our perspective towards real life, then how we can make the habits, and lastly, how the process works to understand it better, because any process which followed from beginning till end, that gives the result. If we only see the trailer of a movie, we cannot predict the entire movie. Likewise, if we just try bit of the thing, but if we don't go end to end in the depth, we cannot understand like how it can help me and how I can get the result which I am looking for. So, dear friends, this is a picture of Wheel of Life where you can see different pieces of cakes. We can relate with that. So, you have finance, you have career, then friends and family, personal growth, spirituality, relations, social life, and health. Now, the question comes up. Monica, what are you discussing about? We are not getting. ये bouncer जा रहा है. Okay, so it is like you are in the middle and you have different roles to play on your day to day life. Okay, it doesn't matter whether all pieces are equally sliced or they are distributed, because in real life we may have career as top priority or friends and family as top priority. It all depends what we want to focus on. Okay, it could be finance also. Yes, boss, I need money to take care of my bills, to raise my kids, or to settle my family. That's perfectly fine. Nothing is right or wrong. It's just how and what we want to focus on. So these are the top generic areas, but they can themselves be segregated into the next level wheel. Suppose you want to focus on career. You can have a wheel of career also, wherein you can plan where I am, where I want to go, what all skills I required, what kind of renovation I'm looking for, how these particular things can help me grow my financial status, because career and finance go hand in hand. So it is like you are choosing consciously your path. If I give you an example, when we apply for certain jobs, then we look for the job profile, we look for the company overall status, how they are doing, how well their background is. Is this work is of my choice, or I'm just doing the compromise? Because at times we just have to join because of few reasons. That's okay. But when I say the fulfillment, how it will come, how I can balance my effort versus finances for the career, then I need to choose something which I really enjoy and which I love to do. So that's the formula in all aspect of life. Suppose if someone asks you, if I am talking about health, if I'm going by choice or I really want to focus on my health, do I wait till doctor identify something and inform me that you need to take action for this, or I am conscious and proactive enough to do my bit of work every single day without any delay, and I take care of my health so that I don't have to go and visit doctor, or I can reduce the probability of different situations in future, right? So this is the generic example. Likewise, the relationship, we generally take relationship for granted. We need to put our time, energy, effort, finance, everything to maintain that relationship. It's not like every day, if you're just sending the text without any affection or without any feelings, it will not long last. It might be temporary relief for the current thing, but if you say that it will give me a long lasting, honest relationship, it will not. So you can decide what works best for me, which area I really want to work on, or how I can upgrade myself. Suppose there is an activity which unfortunately I can't conduct it online, but what you can do yourself is pick three areas of your choice in the priority of number one, number two, and number three. And where I am right now, you scale yourself. Suppose in finances, you are at three or four, one being the lowest and 10 being the highest. So my desire is till December 2025, I want to upgrade my financial capacity so that I can do certain things. Suppose I have a vacation in mind which I want to go, or some investment I want to make. That's entirely up to you, like what a person wants to choose. But they can have that certain plan, actions, and reflections that if I'm taking all these actions, am I getting the result of my choice or not? Right? Likewise, you can select three areas where you want to focus and rate yourself, and also give yourself a target that by year end or by next 6 months, how much scale I want to upgrade. Okay. Clear? Any questions related to this? I'll not park all the questions for till I finish the presentation. Reason being, we will lose the link. Quickly, 2 minutes. If anyone has to ask something, please ask. Okay. I'll continue with the slide. If you have any question, you can just ping me on the messenger, or the main coordinator. They can get back to me with the questions and I can try to revert back. Is it okay? Yes, no, maybe. Guys, hope I'm not talking to myself. Yes, ma'am. If someone wants to ask, then I will let you. I can't hear you, Karishma. Ma'am, if someone write on the messenger, then I will let you know the question. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. So these are the extension of the wheel of life which I was discussing. The areas like health, money, career, friends, and family. So I have included the challenges which we face and the actions we can take. You can quickly have a watch on these areas. We will not go into details of each one because that is very specific to an individual. But these are the generic. If I say spirituality, it's a very, you can say the theoretical term, but that is very impactful when you start working on yourself and you make that connection. It affects in all areas of your life. It will improve your health. It will improve your money and career because you will be more focused. It will improve your relationship with your friends and family. And also, socially, you will be involved because you will seek the like minded people whom you can connect and discuss the same. This is one simple example. Likewise, the personal growth. It's not always the career which you want to focus, but you want to upgrade yourself as a speaker. You just want, if I'm talking to someone, I should be confident. Or if I am giving some presentation in front of 50 people, 100 people, boss, that's my target. I want to improve myself. I should feel confident. I should deliver the topic with a lot of confidence. And I just want to be a special person, isn't it? So it is possible for anyone, but again, this particular challenge and requirement that should come with your own mind and thoughts. It cannot be given by me or someone else. Okay, the mind, body, and soul. I keep talking. This seems too theoretical, but it works as a wonder. Like mind, when we say the thoughts, clarity, and awareness, everything in our life that starts with a thought. Any invention, any productivity, or anything and everything in your life starts from your thoughts. Suppose or imagine the life where we have control on our thoughts, or we can process it, or we can just understand what's going inside. The kind of awareness you have, that is miraculous. Likewise, the connection with soul, it needs a lot of peace. It needs a lot of clarity in your purpose or the fulfillment I'm getting. If I'm doing coaching, why only coaching? There are so many things which can give a lot of money, name and fame, but no, the kind of satisfaction I get from this work is no comparison. There's nothing which I can compare related to this satisfaction. It gives me a lot of peace. Likewise, our body is a temple. The way we clean our temple, where we go for puja and we do a lot of things for our God. Likewise, this body is again a temple. Are we taking care of this temple in a healthy way? By giving adequate hours of exercise or giving the food which can nourish us or the energy we are preserving, just like saving the energy by not distracting or by unnecessary wasting in the overthinking or arguing with the people. So the action we take for our mind, soul, and body, that matters, like the overall personality we give to ourselves or the kind of personality we perceive in front of others and for us. You must have heard the progressive mindset and fixed mindset. What it is? It is like the change is inevitable and we have every day something or other where what we plan doesn't match with what we are prepared for. But when we have reluctance, when we have a lot of tussle and we feel bad, like why this change is happening, then that is the fixed mindset that we don't want to accept that change. See, wherever you face discomfort or wherever you put a lot of energy and your effort, there only you see the growth. Otherwise, if things are as it is or it's a comfortable zone, there is no growth at all. It's just you are there wherever you are. It's like the still water. It will not give you a lot of push. But when you have actual waves and you just sail in the sea, the kind of energy, effort, and uncertainty you carry, similarly, the kind of growth and progress you see in yourself, that is immense. So that comes under the progressive mindset. These are the basic examples, but in day-to-day life, if you see same situation, 10 different people behave in a different way. Suppose I don't work on my physical strength. So for me, a table which is like 5 kg is too heavy. But a person who occasionally work, they can still take it with little more effort and say, oh, it's too much of work. But how about a person who is regular in physical exercise and who has stamina and strength? They can easily pick it up and they can say, it's nothing. It's just 5 kg. So the situation is same, but the different people, how they perceive that situation, that makes the difference. So that's the example of progressive mindset and the fixed mindset. When you open your horizon and when you actually see the things from different perspective, from the growth perspective, that comes the progressive mindset.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
There is one message on chat box.
Uh,
Mr.
okay, let me see. Let me see. One small doubt, work life. This work means job. No, it's not. It's not only job because we don't live for only job. We are an overall human being, right? So work life balance is whatever I do to balance my life. It could be work, it could be sleep, it could be relationship, it could be health, anything and everything. So to have a balanced life, the one wheel of life which I have shown, that is if we decide our priorities. I'm not asking you to focus on all 8 to 10 areas, but if I choose 4 areas, course, that's enough for me. I just need 1% or 2% on other areas, but I am happy. I am satisfied with the other 5 areas. So I'll make a balance in that. So that makes the work life balance. Okay. It's not only for the professional life. Now, understanding growth and fixed mindset, let's go little bit in deeper because how we can prepare ourselves for the work-life balances. We have other messages also. Thank you, Monica. Okay. What are the characteristics of a growth mindset? What benefits we can get, and what is the overcoming of fixed mindset? So, as I give you few examples, let me quote some more. Suppose you have to do some research on a particular topic. Let's say on the youth mindset, what they want, how they want to see the things, how they want to enjoy the life. So there could be some pros, there could be some cons, advantage and disadvantage. So a growth mindset will always focus and work upon not having the biased opinion or the decision before starting something. If I say a very typical topic of smoking or alcohol, as a person of fixed mindset, I may say it's bad and it's nothing to do with these bad practices. Okay, I got it. It has health hazards. It socially it is not acceptable. That's perfectly fine. But from different perspective, if you see people who take that thing in moderation, who just enjoy that for networking purpose or who have some social gatherings. See, the thing is not about having something good or bad. One thing, if it is good here, it can be as bad. For example, the drugs, adequate quantity which are used in medicine is a medicine to save the life. But if the same drug is consumed in a bulk quantity by a person, it can kill a person. So the drug is same, but how, when, where, and with what intentions you are having it, that plays the major role. Understanding the concept without having the fixed decision or mindset or perspective in your background, that brings the growth for a person. Never ever just by seeing someone, if they are not dressed properly, if they are not able to speak English properly, don't judge them. That doesn't show their understanding or their knowledge. Unless and until we talk to them, we try to listen to them, what they want have to share or how they see the world in their eye. What is their experience? So if we have a growth mindset, we always look forward for the positive side. The very basic example of glass half filled or glass half empty. It's a critical example of fixed mindset and the growth mindset. If I have a fixed mindset, I'll say the glass is half empty. But for a growth mindset, oh my God, I have a half glass of water. That's the difference. Okay. Why we have negative mindset? How do we develop that? See, it's not like since birth, we have all these things. As children, as toddlers, as growing adults, we are so courageous. For example, when you see a child started understanding alphabets and words, they are so miraculously dedicated for that job. Or when they start standing and start walking, they are so dedicated. They are not at all bothered about like how people will see us or how they will make fun of us or any judgment or why people will decide that you are doing this thing right or the other child is doing bad. No, it's not there because they are pure. They have their clear purpose that I want to try this activity no matter how many times I fail. So fear of not being good enough is a self-created mindset, which we create, we process, and we take the result. It has nothing to do with the second person. Failure or judgment, you name a single person in this entire world who has not failed or people have not judged them. It is there. It is a process. It is a way of living. People will do it, but the entire game is when you do the things you progress, irrespective of the failure and judgment, that changes the game. Okay, that changed the negative mindset to positive. Overthinking and self-doubt. Again, these all the things which we are talking about, they are self-created. Nobody has given this. It is created by us, but yes, it is admired and imposed by our peer members, family members, or our past experiences. We heard something that this particular city is not safe. But boss, is it like every person in any particular city is dangerous? No, it is not. But we have made a decision and we are perceiving things in that way. So overthinking and self-doubt, it's a killer. If you practice it for years and months, it will definitely make you a most negative person who cannot trust anything, who don't want to try anything new. Likewise, the peer pressure and fear of missing out. Nobody cares what you do. Actually, nobody cares. They have their own mess of life which they need to take care. But we have our internal feeling that what others will say, how my buddy will judge me. So that peer pressure is again a kind of self-created shell where we see people watching us, but people are on their own world. They have hardly any time, very few population is actually interested in you. So it's self-created myth we have. Then instant gratification over long-term growth. So it is like when we do something, we find the result or we celebrate it. That's perfectly normal and natural. But if we overdo it, if we carry that with some ego or pride, that's the problem. Then we need to understand, pause, and see that why I'm doing so because it is going to give me a trouble in long run, and we need to see how we can work on that. Okay. Likewise, we in previous slide we talk about the negative mindset. Now we talk about the positive mindset. How we can cultivate the growth mindset. It is like when we face the challenges head on, or we leave the criticism, just opposite of that, seeking continuous improvement, celebrating small wins. So it is like you accept the things the way they are coming and you don't reject them on first go. You try to deal with them in best of the way, with best of your capability and capacity. And that changes the entire game because it is never about being perfect. It is always about be continuous, be disciplined and do that thing. Do the mistakes, accept the failures and grow. Learn from them. How we can set the meaningful goals in our life, the SMART goals, you all are students, so you know when we identify the smart way of working, the specific measurable goal, then we have something interesting which we can track where we can see the progress, where the things actually turn around. Short term or long term goals we can plan for our life. But see, my personal advice is that is only specific to my understanding is that too much goals and too much pressure create a lot of discomfort also. So be realistic when you plan your life. Live the current moment, live the current plate of items you have based on your priority. And then you can plan a bit for other things in your long term journey. And it should be in alignment with your personal values. If you don't understand yourself, what you like, how you perceive things as a person, suppose being on time is your personal value. If you see people coming late, killing your time, or not respecting your time, then obviously that frustration will create. So, how we can deal with that? We have to set the boundaries. We need to let the people know that this is not acceptable. So, the art of saying no for the things which are not acceptable at all. We have to be vocal. It should be communicated. I'm not saying to disrespect anyone, but communicating and clarifying that is equally important in your personal and professional life. That this is doable, this is not doable, this is acceptable, this is not acceptable. Creating a vision board will help. you can have a common place where you can have some board where you can put your desires, your dreams, and then you can plan for it. You can reward yourself. It's not always like giving some trophy or something. You can just pat on your back and say, wow, you have done it. You can do it by maintaining logs. You can write how was my day today, what I have achieved, how I'm doing. So you can find out what gives me kick to do certain things. A routine and a system of working that really helps because how we plan our day, that is very important. Otherwise, if we live our life at random or without any planning, that confuses our mind and we waste a lot of time in understanding like what next, how we can do the things. How we can develop the positive thinking. So affirmation and visualization are two practices which comes under the your daily practice where we connect it with the spirituality in a bit because whatever we affirm or we say to ourselves that works as a golden stick in our life and whatever we visualized doing something that creates the virtual image in our subconscious mind and we start working towards that. This is not the pure forum to get into the details of affirmation and visualization, but if someone is interested, they can connect me offline. Gratitude looks to be very simple, but take my words, children and the participant. It's a practice which takes hardly 1 or 2 minutes in the morning and evening. But the kind of effect or the kind of feeling it gives, that is immense. I mean, you cannot have that feeling working hours and hours in different areas of your life. But when you say thanks, for being alive, for being having a beautiful home or a family or the studies or affordability for your lifestyle. That gives a lot of peace and patience to you. How we can manage the stress and negativity. These are again the jargons which are used very frequently. These are different practices in coaching like mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness is generally whatever you are doing, do it mindfully. If you are eating, then focus on that eating part. Whatever you are consuming, suppose you're consuming something hot, you should feel the warmth of that particular thing, if it is liquid or solid. Give time and energy and consciousness to that particular activity. That is mindfulness. Meditation is calming your thoughts and making peace with your continuous thought process. Physical activity and well-being, exercising, taking care of yourself, like having enough sleep, having enough of rest. Breaking negative thoughts is very important because when we get into the overthinking mode or the continuous loop, wherein we have unnecessary things and we get into the if and while loop, then there is no end to it. So how we can break it? We can just start capturing our thoughts. We can start writing what is going inside me, why I am thinking so. Then when you ask why, then you will conclude that this is the thing which is bothering you, right? Growth mindset we can develop by being a learner and curious person, challenges, handling failures. See, all these things we do on day-to-day basis. There is nothing which I'm telling which you're not aware. But the thing is, if the things are done in a proper structured way, then it gives you the result and it is everlasting. Otherwise, it will give you a bit of result and you can see that this is working, but it's for short term. Whatever we do with the consistency, with the habit, with the focus, that gives the consistent result. Same with your studies. If you enrolled for a program which is 2 year, 3 year long, you have to devote that much time. There is no shortcut. If you do a crash course, sorry, is anyone asking something? Okay. So if you do a crash course, you have that helicopter view of that topic, but you will not understand that topic in a depth. Okay. This is a tree of life, a small story. A boy who was very keen to make his life balanced. He worked in all areas of it, like the colorful leaves you see, the stems and everything. So this is a metaphor for our life wherein the upper portion of a tree, which you see the colorful leaves and the stems, they are the relationship or the other areas except you in your life, the spirituality, the career, the finance and friends and family, everyone. The roots, is you. The roots, if you don't nurture, then the tree will die. It's just a matter of time. If we don't work on ourselves, if we don't understand our thoughts and our way of thinking, then this tree will take not much time to get bored, to feel low, to have the negative emotions, and slowly and slowly they will just leave all the liveliness of life and they will just give up. So that's the metaphor, and that's the small story I really want to share with all of you. The common distractions we have, I'll not get into the details of all, but the thing is, social media, the meetings, emails. See, all these things are required, but in an adequate time limit and with a discipline. I'm not saying not to do this, but set a particular routine or the time limit for all these things so that you have a balanced approach and you minimize these distractions. These are the failures which we generally face in our day to day life. How people will reject us, they will judge us, especially when we do not have the accountability partner or a safe place where we can open up and talk about the things. Then all these fears take a lot of space in our life and it gives a lot of discomfort where acknowledgement and addressing those fears is the only way of coming out of that situation. This shows the picture of the white portion. You can see out of my control. I can't do anything about it, like my past or future, what people think about me, what is their opinion, or anything and everything which is not in my control. What is in my control is how do I set my boundaries? How do I think? What goals I give to myself? What kind of physical, emotional, and spiritual feed I am taking in? How I speak to myself. That's very important. I curse myself for not doing something, or I say I'll do it better next time. How I face and see the challenges. That's very important. Like if I am trying something new, then boss, this is quite obvious that I will come across different challenges and failures. That's perfectly fine. But am I putting my best effort and time? So that's the question we need to ask and we have to pose ourselves. That's a journey. That's a learning curve which each one of us has to face and we can live with it. The 80-20 rule, everyone knows, you are a student, you are very much aware of this. So my only say is it's a same number of hours for this entire universe and people living in. How you utilize those 24 hours, what kind of mindset you have, or what kind of things make importance to you, that creates the entire result and journey. Less but better. Be choosy for your life. That's the habit loop of 21 days. It's a proven research and formula. The phase 1, 2, and 3, this is like when you start something new for 1 to 7 days, you have that push factor that you see, you are curious and you want to try that. Second is little discomfort. Like if I say you want to run a marathon, when you start running, your body will reject, your mind will say, I can't do it. But when you do that activity for 18 to 14 days, then you start liking it. Similarly, for 15 to 21 days, your body accepts it, your mind accepts it, and you start enjoying that. But there is a catch. If you leave it at 21 for 4 5 days, you take a break, then it's very difficult to make it a lifestyle. Few things are temporary, like you want to plan for a marathon, that's a single time activity. 21 days are enough. But if you want to focus on your health, then you have to make it a lifestyle and it is a journey of 66 days. Then you have that muscle memory and you are on your own. Then you do not have to push that much, which you have initially did. So it will work on its own. The Atomic Habit book says if you improve 1% every day, by end of a year, you will be like almost 38% better. But if you don't work on yourself, then you can see the result yourself. Last topic is coaching and counseling. How coaching, counseling, consulting, and mentoring are different. So you can see the past based approach on the problems is your counseling and consulting. When we look for a solution or future, these are coaching and mentoring. How coaching and mentoring are different. Mentors are like they tell people what to do. But in coaching, we ask people what do they want, how they want to take ahead their life. So we are more of an accountability partner and we are peer buddies with the people so that they can acquire whatever they seek in their life. This is a normal coaching process wherein first step is discovery session where the coach understand what is the requirement, set the clear goals, then they sign the agreement that this is the understanding or this is requirement, this I have understood. When they both agree on that, then they start with the sessions of 60 minutes. They track the progress and finally they reach to a goal, and their reflection talks about like what they have acquired and how they have perceived that journey. This is it for from my presentation. If you have anything, please, the forum is open. Please ask me. Karishma, what I can do is you can connect with people. You can ask if they have any specific query. You can just send me an email and I can take it back. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? I enjoyed this session. I don't know about others, but I really love to talk about these topics.
Ma'am, I want to ask that how to balance our personal and professional life both at same time. It's
How
very
to
difficult.
balance?
Yes, it's very difficult for working women. No?
Okay. So I'll just give one simple example. We generally get confused with our personal and professional life. Okay. There are two balls in our life. One is rubber ball, one is glass ball. Your relationship, your love with your friends and family is a glass ball. You need to take care of that very cautiously. Your career is a rubber ball. It can again bounce back. Money, it can again come. But when you break the trust or when you break any relationship, then there is a problem. So we need to have clarity what we keep in our glass ball and what we keep in our rubber ball. Right?
Right, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Anything else?
Someone wants to ask questions from participants? How can
Madam,
I
you have told, hello,
Yes, yes, I'm
hello.
hearing. Yes, please tell.
Madam, you have told about affirmation oblique visualization, and
Yes.
specifically, you have not given any detail of affirmation and visualization.
No, I did.
Please,
I did.
please.
I say like today's session doesn't cover that part, but yes, Karishma, you can have a separate session for visualization, affirmations, and meditation. Reason being, they are the topic in itself. If even if I talk about it for 2 minutes, that will not serve your purpose. So either you
What
connect with me one to one, or we can have a separate session for that.
one point you have told about gratitude? It is a
Yes.
simple
Yes.
practice, hardly takes 2 minutes.
See,
That gratitude.
even if I tell gratitude is saying thanks, but there is a process for that. If I give you an example, the first thing in the morning and the last thing in the evening, if one takes 1 minute only just to say thank you to the God or thank you to the family, or for a matter, thank you for the money which we are getting from our job. So it's about what you are actually thankful for. It's a very simple practice, but it needs again the habit, the kind of discipline, and how we are doing it. With what kind of, in Hindi में एक word होता है भाव. What is the intention behind doing that activity? It should not be a monotonous thing that I have to do the gratitude. No, it is not. The way we bow our head in front of God. Likewise, we are thankful for the things which we have in our life. Okay?
Yeah. Second question, madam. You have
Yeah.
told about about a tree. The branches are relationship and friends, and the root
Yeah.
is the you yourself. And we should
Yes.
nurture ourselves. Then only the tree will grow.
Yes. Yes.
What is the middle portion? What is the middle portion of that?
Middle portion
One is the
is
root, another is
basically,
the branch.
see, don't take it. It is a metaphor. It is not exactly the tree which I am referring to, but it is like for
Yeah, yeah.
your developing your
Okay.
career, you have done some education, you have done some certifications. So that is the core of a tree, right? The base of a tree. For a family, we have devoted like a person gets married, then they have family, they have extended families. So it is like you versus the entire world. You are the roots and the upper portion. See, the core members or the core activities are the trunk of a tree and the other like small leaves and everything. It cannot be related one to one with anything, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, madam. Thanks.
Thank you. Anything else?
Ma'am, there is one question by Prashant.
Hmm.
Ma'am, how can we motivate the students in current generation? How can we motivate the
How can
students?
we motivate the students in current gen? Arey, Current generation, they themselves are so motivated. We get inspired with them. So they don't need any motivations. They need just the clarity and the focus in their life. Whatever they are doing, why they are doing, how they are doing, that's it. So they themselves can be their own motivators. But yes, listening to good podcast or reading books or getting inspired with the people whom they see as a role model, that can be their motivation.
Okay, ma'am. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to sincerely thanks to Ms. Monika Yadav, our outstanding speaker today. We had a chance to hear a fascinating and thought-provoking session about mastering the art of work-life balance. Through her, through her remarkable ability to convey information, Ms. Monika Yadav shared insightful discoveries and deeply motivational concepts. Her engaging presentation captivated us and inspired us to reflect on the significance of fleeting moments. We appreciate the time and efforts she invested in delivering the enriching program. Thank you, Ms. Monica.